All right, I think we're live. Looks like it. Maybe. Oh, there we go. There's the countdown. Hey guys, Evan, Lee, how you guys doing? I kind of I gotta look off to my side here because the computer's off. I'll try and turn it so maybe I can check it out of the corner of my eyesight here. But yeah, how we doing? About 9 inches of snow last night. I could do without. Yeah, I seen you guys got pretty hammered down there in the cities. We didn't get. I think if we got anything, we maybe about an inch up here. Not too much. Not too much last night. Lots of wind though. It was really windy. Really, really windy. Dave's in. Gene's in. Steve Mack's in. How's everybody doing tonight? Jimmy's in. Got the Argo and the side by side in here. We had wind all night and all day today. It hasn't really been windy today. It's been actually pretty decent out today, but last night was horrible. Even driving up here about what was that? Like about 3 o'clock-ish or so. Even driving up, that was terrible. I could even feel the campers shaking back and forth all night. Yeah, windy here too last night. Still about 50,000 people without power on the east side. Holy crap. So you guys did lose power down there. I had heard that there was chance of that happening. No snow on my lawn, Steve Mack says. Yeah, it's become a muddy mess again out here with all the with that little bit of snow we got, and then it melted again today. It was 56 this morning when we went for donuts. It's now about 38. Yikes. What is it outside? It is 42 here currently. There are trees that broke over in St. Paul area. Wow. Sounds like there were 5 tornadoes last night in Madison area, I guess. What a goofy winter. Jimmy says we just missed a really bad tornado last night in KY. That's Kentucky, I think. I think that's Kentucky, right? KY? Hey, I'm right. Steve says they got up to 57 today. I don't know what we got up to, but it's 42 now. The sun's still pretty decently out there. Yeah, man, crazy weather. It's just goofier than crap. 35 Fahrenheit now for Steve Mack. Evan says he's got 51. Calling for 70 on Monday. Yikes. I don't know what we're supposed to have here on Monday, but nothing's too nice. I don't know how long we'll go tonight, but we'll stick around for a little while. Probably head to the pub afterwards. Was around 60 yesterday, then temp dropped and been in the 30s all day. Snow, sleet, and rain all morning. It was kind of... Was it sleet? I don't know what you would consider it. That was this morning, I think it was. No, it must have been last night when Rick went to get firewood. Kenny is going live tonight at 9 p.m. Central. Nice. Hey there, Smash Bandicoot. Yeah, really. I'm not too proud of that one. I actually had to come sit down and kind of chill out for a minute because I had the shaky hands going after that happened. Is Ricky working the pub? He sure is. Him and Katie are both up there. Cody's in. Lee Farms is in. Yeah, how'd that happen? I opened the door. I don't know if I opened it too aggressively or if it had stress on it already, but I opened the door and it broke on me when I opened it. It's caught on camera. I caught it with the GoPro. It's just sitting over off camera there, but I caught it with the GoPro. You just see me open the door and the thing go shattered. I don't know if you can see I can't remember if you can see the door shatter, but you can see the weather stripping around it drop down, and you just see me freeze. And yeah, yeah, it's just a window. Don't worry so much about it. Yeah, but it's a $500 window. That's the problem. Rick's less worried about it than I am. Okay, I figured you'd hit something with it. No, I never. It was simply me opening the door. And like I said, I don't know if I opened it too aggressively or what the deal was, but it just boom. Hey Connor, it happens. We've all wrecked things before. That's true. Cody says that's within budget. Yeah. Well, as long as I'm looking at the right one, that is. I think I am, but I'm not sure. Shit happens though, guy. That's why I'm saying don't worry about it. Yeah, it'll get fixed. Just sucks too that it had to happen like right before a snowstorm. We're supposed to get a snowstorm Tuesday, Wednesday, I think it was. So at least I'm not the one that has to drive the tractor without a door. Rex is in. Gene says, hopefully you find a radiator for the Cub. We might be able to repair it too. I don't know if I got to pull the grill off of it and stuff, the front screen and whatnot, and look at it. But problem I've had, I'm kind of partially at fault for that. The Cub having a pinhole in it, in the radiator. I've got a pressurized cap, and it's supposed to be a non-pressurized system, so I need to get a non-pressurized cap for that, and then go from there. Cody says, wait a minute. Okay, I'm falling behind. I had a part come out of the lathe chuck this week. Boss was pissed. Well, that's no good. Add it to the list of shit. LOL. Yeah, that's true. How the hell did you wreck the radiator? I didn't wreck the radiator on the, not on the Kubota. It's on the Cub Lowboy. And like I said, I think it's possibly because I've got a pressurized cap on a non-pressurized system. I'm not sure, but Iron Man's Nathan says, hi, Steve. How's things out your way? Yeah, I started it up today just for shits and giggles, and it ran for a little while, and all of a sudden I looked to the front, and it's got a little piss trail coming out of the front of the radiator, so that's no good. I noticed when it got put in the pole barn, what was that, December, I think it was? Something like that. It was sitting in front of the pole barn for a minute running before it got put in, and I noticed there was the snow underneath of it had turned green, so I kind of had an idea that it was already going bad, and then now today it verified my presumption, which kind of sucks, but whatever. It is what it is. So I have to get a non-pressurized cap for it. Get a non-pressurized cap for that. I got to get some things for the 756 from Steiner. I got a few things to order through them. Logan says, finally returning my uncle's 1206. It sat on our farm unused for the last years. We didn't want to use it on account of its perfect restoration. Nice. Dave says, just waiting for warm weather. Aren't we all? Oh, Tara's in. Hi, Tara. Where's Steve at? I haven't seen him yet. No, not Steve. Scott. Where the hell did I come up with Steve? Connor, just buy a new one. It will be cheaper in the long run. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. I posted on Facebook asking how the Steiner radiators are for them things, because I've heard bad things of the aftermarket replacement radiators for like the letter series and stuff. But everybody on the Facebook page when I asked said that I need to just get it record, which I don't know how you can record kind of a radiator that's not really, I don't know. It's not like a normal radiator where it's got two ends. It's got a top end and that's it. I don't know. There's Scott. Need the salt off the roads to get the tires on the 756 and wheels centered on the 460. We need salt off of the roads, period, for anything. Logan says, is that we were going to be in the field in the next week or so? I was so wrong. Yeah, it would be nice. Kyle says, apartment done. I didn't see my room. Well, maybe if you weren't such a jerk, you'd get a room. But no, the apartment's not done. Nothing happened today. We're supposed to go sheetrock collecting, and then, of course, Rick never got to the Argo like he said he was going to. And then there's supposed to be a snowstorm. So next weekend is probably going to be the weekend to get sheetrock. I had the radiator fixed in my 706. It cost over $200, and it lasted a week. The radiator on the M, I got that one fixed. It was just the threaded portion, whatever you want to say, on the bottom side of the radiator. It had a pinhole on the end of it. They fixed that, and it's been holding fine. It seems to be doing all right. Kyle needs the snow to melt around his plow. Kyle says, jerk? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Wow, what did Kyle do? Kyle got on Rick's live streams. That's what he did. Just like Luke. A new one was only $250. Yeah, I think the new one for the Cub Lowboy is $230, I think it is. Evan, that definitely hurts. Yeah, that would suck to have it only last a week. Thought we'd all move past that like big boys. Yeah, we did, but this is the first time Kyle's been on one of my live streams, so I can give him shit for it still. That's why Luke has a wrench and Kyle doesn't. But I did use our 544 to pull wagons around. Its shuttle shift is nice, but it somehow goes faster in reverse than it does in forward. Interesting. I didn't think 544s had shuttle shift. I didn't even think International did shuttle shift. I thought it was Hydro. Kyle says, but yeah, Rick gets a pass. What the? Well, because Rick is providing stuff for me, so. I used the Kubota to move snow today until I broke the door out of it. "22 miles per hour backwards, which is terrifying, and 18 miles per hour forwards." Why in the world would you be going that fast in reverse to find that out? That's what I'd like to know. So you were bought over. Well, you could say that. I've done that, Connor. So as long as you're getting something out of someone, you just look the other way. Well, sure, why wouldn't you? It's kind of how the world works, isn't it? Just saying. Friend of mine has a shuttle shift out of a 460 utility. Really? I didn't even know International did a shuttle shift. I thought all they were hydrostatic stuff, besides regular gear drive. Huh? Ryan's in. Hi, Ryan. I haven't seen you in a while on here. It's nice to see you back again. Well, that event started with sentence, "I wonder how." Well, I guess I could see that. I'm not sure that's how the world works, little buddy. Well, Connor, did Ricky ever give you any of those donuts I sent? You sent donuts? I didn't know you sent donuts this way. Spoken like a politician. Well, I'm a government worker. Working for the school district, that's a government worker. At least when Luke came over here, he was nice. You're still not being very nice. What do we get with the three little dots now? I haven't looked on our little. Huh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. 19 people in, 13 thumbs up. I'm so ready for tractor show season to get here. This up and down weather crap is getting old. That's for sure. I think it's supposed to be like single digit highs. No, not highs. I don't know. Well, it's I think it's supposed to be pretty cold up here this week. I was number 5, says Lee and Steve. Well, only one of you can be. I'm just honest. Rick started all of this, and he gets 100% pass. Just saying. Well, you don't have to be butthurt over it. You're friends with him. Gene, I definitely agree with you. I think we all can agree with Gene. Talking warmer this week here, Gene says. Supposed to be in the teens tonight. Yep, I just looked it up. The International 460 utility had a transmission known as a fast reverse, which had 16.5 miles per hour forward and 20.2 miles per hour backwards. I can see where they got the name. What's the plan with your plow over at Toby's? You gonna work on a hitch? A plow at Toby's? What are you talking about? What plow? What? A plow at Toby's that needs a hitch? I don't know what you're talking about, Jimmy. I'm far from butthurt. I can take a joke and move on, while text messages seem to say otherwise. I don't think any of us were butthurt, fella. We have all moved on like months ago. I've moved on. That's why I don't go on the live streams anymore. Want to get the 460 utility wheels all centered on it to get it back in the road. I'm guessing it's supposed to be on the road. Sitting since mid-August has been hard. Wills, and good evening, Connor and everyone, he says. Connor, are you having a plow day? I enjoy watching. Okay, I'm getting lost in comments here. Plow day, yeah, spring plow day. Rick is holding his spring plow day. I don't know where he's doing. Well, it'll be around the farm here somewhere, but I don't know where. Or like what field or I don't know what his plan is. Rick's the one planning that now. I don't plan plow days anymore because they're not on my property. But yeah, there'll be a spring plow day. There'll be a fall plow day. There'll be all that plow day. Sorry, I thought a while back Toby was getting some measurements on the plow hitch. As far as I'm aware, it's not one of my plows that needs a hitch. My plow, I only have one plow. It's a 3-bottom. And the only problem with mine is one of the, I think it's a plow, I think it's the share. I think that's what it is coming off. So I have to look into that. Or buy another one. for $100. What exactly are you and Kyle arguing over? That's petty shit, is what it is. Logan, best we best we don't reopen that one. Jeez, I'm talking like Rick Bork tonight. I think the plow hitch was Kyle's. I believe Gene is right. I think that had something to do with Kyle. Dave says, I won't be able to make spring plow day, family business, maybe fall plow day if I get lucky. Sounds good, Dave. Yeah, if those of you that are interested, spring plow day is it Memorial Day weekend, I think? And fall plow day is whenever that is. I don't think that one's been planned yet. But yeah, spring plow day is Memorial Day weekend. Connor, you are at Rick, so it must be contagious to talk like him. Well, that's true. But he's not here, so. Yes, Memorial weekend. That's what I thought. I thought I was right. Memorial Day weekend. Bring your plow. If you need an address, shoot an email. Email's in the About tab. Beautiful day today. We'll spend it shopping and shoveling a roof. Scott says, be looking forward to it. You just need to start saying, well, before everything you say. Ever since that cancer fundraiser, whatchamacallit, that we did, all I can think of is Toby mimicking the, well. Might still be plowing snow Memorial weekend. Yeah, that could very well be true, the way this winter wants to cling on. Steve Mack put my email down, or put my email up, I guess, up on the chat. If you need to email me for an address to Rick Bortz for spring plow day, shoot an email. I did finally find and purchase an Oliver 316 semi-mount plow to pull behind my Oliver 1555. Nice. Gene says, you and me both. It's hard not to think of that now. Everyone will have to plow the field before plowing the ground on plow day. Yeah, exactly. Just so long as nobody busts out door glass while they're doing it. Yeah, hopefully by then it's cleaned up. This snow needs to go away. I catch that every time on his post now. I sure would love to fire up the old Massey and join you. The big word if is the most important part of any job. That is true. That is very true. I need to move the camera or something. It's bothering me that I'm not looking at you guys. I don't know where to set the computer though to change it. I could drag us over that way, but I'm not going to do that. Logan says, now I just need to get the tractor running. Leaving modern gas in a fuel system without a fuel stabilizer was a big mistake. Yeah, that's kind of a problem. 400 going to be running by Memorial Day. Well, you have to specify which 400. Gene says, I wish I wasn't so far away in our club tractor show, or I'd be at plow day. Well, come to fall plow day. 400 diesel. Unlike you, I'm not going to make false accusations. No, it won't be. The 400 diesel will not be ready for plow day. Don't use stabilizers. It turns to a jelly-looking crap. You're better off just to shut the fuel off and run it out. That's more than likely your best bet, is to just run out the fuel. Don't leave any of that stuff and anything in it, and none of that. Just run her empty. I'll have to see what fall plow day is, but think it's on a weekend a show I usually go to is. All right. Didn't the 400 diesel still have the MD's gas start diesel? It does still have the gas start diesel. That's kind of why I bought it, but I wasn't planning on having it be as tough a shape as it is in. Connor, if I left my home now, I might make fall plow day. Right, it's all good. Not everybody can make it. That's why we make videos of it, so you can get a glimpse of what happens. Yeah, the 400 diesel's got a long, long road ahead. Especially with the apartment project going on, there's no money diverted to that right now. Zero. I would like to pull, I think there's like a clutch inspection cover or something. I would like to pull that and see if the clutch is releasing. I've still got this tiny glimmer of hope that the engine is stuck because of the clutch or because of the transmission. So we might, one of these days we might pull the inspection cover off the clutch and see if that's releasing or not. If not, then I don't know what I'll do to get it released. And if it is, well, then we know the engine's stuck too. I don't know if that one's gonna, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning more towards fixing it, but at the same time, I'm kind of undecided on whether I want to keep it around or not. It very well could be, Connor. Well, that's what I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping that the transmission is keeping it stuck. It's all good, Connor. It's going to be a fun project. I bought my first Clitrack in 2008. You can see how far it's gotten. Just get Luke to sell you the MD. Well, that would be nice. Or it would be nice if I could get my dad to sell me his MD. Because I know Dad's MD, well, before too long, it won't be much better than the 400. But my dad's MD would be not too bad to get running again. But if it sits any longer the way it is, the way it's sitting with a bag around it, then you have almost as much as Rick does around there that the weeds grow through. I know. When the clutch and TA are messed up, the engine will not turn. Well, I think the gearing is rusted up in it. So if worse comes to worse, if the engine's good on the 400 diesel and it'll run, well, we're going to split the 400 gasser, put the rear end from the 400 gas onto the 400 diesel, and then put the diesel's rear end on the gasser. That'll sit as just, well, I can't say a rolling chassis, but it'll sit as a complete chassis, the gas one, because the gas one's got a bad engine but a good transmission. So if we can get one good tractor out of two as a temporary thing, I'll be happy with that. And then when we can get around to putting money into the gas engine for the 400 and money into the transmission out of the diesel, eventually they'll get swapped back so that they're matching casting codes and all that crap. And I parked it back in the fall in the barn temporarily. Well, while I focused on school, that turned into it being shoved in the back of the barn with stuff both around and on it that tank isn't gas anymore. I believe that. I'm just glad I have the 756 diesel I got. I know you don't like chrome pipes on them, but you might be buying one for the 756 for shows. Well, if you'd use it just for shows, that's not a problem, not a big issue. I mean, at least you're not. I can't stand straight pipes regardless. It's whether it's chrome or not. I can't stand straight pipes because I'd rather keep my hearing. Connor should be working on the 1840. No, I got enough of my own shit to work on. Connor, what's your feelings on a Perkins diesel? I've never been around one. I've never used one. I can't really say. Nathan says, just swap the engine for a Cat. You'll be happier in the long run. Well, yeah, just for shows. Looks nice for shows. Yeah. I guess for shows, it's not really a big deal because it's not like you're working it. But for me, I have no reason to have a straight pipe. My 560, the clutch won't release and the TA won't release and the engine won't crank. I know the throwout bearing is releasing on the diesel. I don't know if that's if that's releasing the clutch too or not. I can't say. So cross fingers, hope for the best, I guess. I don't think anything's wrong with the TA. I mean, besides the fact that it could slip or not. We don't know that, but I don't think anything's wrong with the TA at least. I like the elbow on one, but the straight with the stainless flapper looks nice too. My vote, if you're going to go for a pipe, I would go with the curved one. I think that looks better, but that's my opinion. Like when my dad bought his 1850, he had gas one with a good engine but a bad transmission, and a diesel one with no motor but a good transmission. He put the two junk plate pieces back together and sold it. Well, I wouldn't sell it. I'd keep the bad front half from the gasser and the bad back half from the diesel, and eventually make them both good too, and then remate them with their originalities. Two of my John Deeres have straight pipes. I don't think Rick doesn't own anything with the straight pipe, which I'm like very thankful for, because I wouldn't run it. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I mean, other than for the fact of any of the mufflers are junk, but I don't. Super A one would probably be the only candidate there for that. What happens is the throwout bearings go through the fingers and locks it all up. Well, then I don't think that's what's going on with mine, because the clutch pedal still moves back and forth. So it's either the clutch plate is rusted to the flywheel, or something else is going on. I do like the bent pipe, like an 86 series has over the short pipe after the bend. Over the short pipe after the bend? What do you mean by short pipe after the bend? Good chance the friction disc is stuck to the flywheel. That's what I'm hoping for. If that's the case, the engine might have hope. Only tractor we have with a straight pipe is the Hydra 100. Its original muffler rusted out and got replaced with a piece of well pipe with a ring cap 10 years later, and it's still on there. I think I sent you pictures of what I'm talking about. Oh, there it just came in. The pedal still moves, and so does the TA lever. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Like I say, I gotta pull that inspection cover off of the bottom of the bottom of the bell housing, and see if that's the case or not. I don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe not. But it's kind of one of those projects where I want to get to it, but at the same time I don't want to get to it. So hopefully it's the transmission causing it to not move. Yeah, because I pulled the spark plug. I recorded me pulling the spark plug, and I didn't put it in the last video because the last video was getting too lengthy, so I omitted some things. And I pulled the spark plug, and it was just black. It didn't have any rust on it or anything. Now, whether that means anything or not, I don't know. I also tried to stick Rick's borescope that he's got over there on the DeWalt wall. And besides the fact that it was really hard to see, it looked like most of it was just black. Now, that was only cylinder number 4. I tried to pull a plug out of cylinder 1, and I couldn't get it to break loose. Now, this is more common on Oliver tractor, but sometimes the starter can get stuck out and then rust into place, making it seem like the engine's locked up. I have heard of that happening on the Internationals, where the starter gets stuck engaged. It's possible that's the case, but I'm kind of thinking highly doubt, because it's pretty visible that this tractor has sat for many, many years. So I don't think it has anything to do with the starter. It could, but I doubt it. But I suppose it's one of those things where I could check too after I check. I'd rather check the clutch first, because I'm thinking Oh, excuse me. I'm thinking it's more so got to do with the transmission, the rear half, because the transmission. I know I didn't get a very good view of it on camera, but it's completely full of rust on the shift rails at the very least. So you will get more excited about it once it warms up. Yeah, that's true. It'll be easier to be wanting to work on it when you're not out in the soggy, wet field and stuff like that to work on it. It'd be nice to get it up into the tractor shop, but of course that's filled by an airboat and gas barrels, so that's not happening anytime soon. Plus, we got to get concrete put in that thing. Probably put concrete in that at the same time Rick does his second bay back here and his apron out front and whatever. Try and make it so that the two kind of jive together and we can kind of work. Because I don't know if that's going to be a load or not up there, but we'll try and get them to kind of coincide. At least get a floor in it, and then we can roll a project in and just leave it there, like that diesel. Get it out of the way. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm so tired. But yeah, that'll probably be, I don't know, next winter maybe. Or maybe next winter I'll be finishing up the or I shouldn't say finish, but get the tractor shop done, get that insulated and lighted and heated and all that. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See which one comes first. Depends on if I want to do another building project next winter. This building the apartment is really, it's really becoming nagging. Although it's nice to have the vapor barrier up, kind of puts a little bit of excitement into it again. Should be out working on the case D, but I'm too lazy. Yeah, that'll happen. I should be dealing with the two pieces behind me, the Argo and the Kubota, but I'm not going to. I did pull the fuel pump off of it, though. That's what this year is for. The Argo is going to get an electric fuel pump over the mechanical one, so. The tractor shop won't be as lengthy of a building process as the apartment. Well, that is true. That the tractor shop should be pretty straightforward, but either way, it's still a building project. Scott says the older I get, the less I want to do. Logan says it should be putting sheet metal on the Hydra 100, but I'm also lazy. I'm sure there's a lot of things a lot of us could be doing, but we're all too lazy for that. Oh, it's 7:30 in the evening. We don't need to be goofing around with junk anymore anyways. I gotta tip the screen down. Eventually here too, we gotta pull the manure spreader out of the snowbank. That's the word I'm thinking of, snowbank. And get all the twine cut off the beaters, fix the jack I wrecked. And Gene says, I want to be doing the tires on 2 tractors, but Mother Nature isn't cooperating. Did you know you're supposed to change the fluid in the PTO like on the 400, I think every 500 hours of use? I did not know that. I did hear though that the parts for them 400 PTOs are near impossible to get. I'm hoping that's not true. Jeff Weinstock's in. He says, good evening, Connor and gang. Jeff, thanks for the t-shirt. Rick gave that to me last night. I don't know what it's up here. Rick gave me your t-shirt. I gotta bring it into the camper and put it in my bag to bring home. Project's add up in a hurry. The 806 I'm working on for my neighbor sat for 7 years. He got for free from family member. We were $12,000 into it. Ouch! Wow! I'd rather pay the 8 or 9 to just get a running one. Holy jeez. Are you just trying to get it running, or are you trying to restore it? What's the goal with it? $12,000. Holy jeez. It's probably what this 400 is going to end up being, the 400 diesel. Now that we finally got it running on all 6 cylinders, we've been running it without a loader for a while. Looks weird to see it in its current state, as I've never seen it without the loader in my life. Tom A's in. Not Tom Anderson. Tom Anderson isn't in, but Tom A's in. How's Tom A doing tonight? I think we'll probably go for an hour tonight, so another 20 minutes or so, and then we'll call her quits. Go till 8 o'clock. At Best Buddy's son's gig, having a beer. Sounds like a good way to spend a Saturday evening. I'm going to head to the pub after the live stream is done. It sounds like there's live music there tonight, so that should be fun. Okay, this is driving me nuts. I gotta move you guys. I'll rotate. Yeah, there we go. Cody says, Jeff, think you could make up a cool t-shirt for the spring broke dick plow day? I don't know if here. I'll show the t-shirt that Jeff made. See if I can. You guys can have a read at that for a quick second there. Hopefully it's not backwards, but kind of looks like it was. I guess that was something Luke said on the live stream, so it was kind of funny. I had no idea it was coming. Come on, you stupid thing. For crying out loud. Cody says, I need one of those. The 12,000 into an 806. Think at that point I'd probably put money into it to get it straightened out mechanically, and then I'd put it to work. Gene says, love the shirt. Cody says, I need one of those. Nice shirt, cool shirt. I need one too. The shirt ain't wrong. Luke had that as a short vid. As a short? Huh? He wants back in working order. Motor was stuck. Got it freed up and runs good. PTO was cooked. Hydraulic pump was locked up. Hydraulic oil looked like milkshake. Plus my labor. Holy cow. Well, it all adds up fast, though. Help rebuild governor on Buddy Super C last 2 days. Got it praying like a well-stoked kitten. Just before heading to gig. Nice. That's one. I'm gonna have to. I have to order a. When I make my Steiner order, I have to order a governor spring for the Super C. Because if I'm gonna run that this summer, it's gonna have a governor spring on it. Luke posted that shirt when he got it on a short video. Oh, okay. I see. Dave says I might need one of those shirts. Looks like Jeff's going to be busy for the next couple of days. Yeah, super. Super C governor spraying, button and light switch for the 756 or radiator for the Cub. Maybe some stuff for the 400 diesel. We'll see. Gene says, Jeff, you need to take orders. You're talking about radiators earlier. The one on this 806 had a mouse nest in it because someone robbed the upper hose. Wow, that's not going to do you much cooling good. Jimmy says, that's a nice shirt. Good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping in, Jimmy. Super C is a great tractor to cultivate tobacco. I'm hoping to have an H running this spring or this summer to do cultivating corn with. Gene, I need addresses. I'm not sure how to do that on here without revealing personal info. That is kind of the tricky part, is the mailing aspect. Oh, James, I'm assuming that means set, or supposed to say set it 2 years ago, never ran better. Cody said, Jeff, send me an email. There's his email. I can't remember. Did Gene want one? Gene wants one. I could probably be sent to me, and then I can send it to Gene. Or he's got his email now. I guess I've opened up a can of worms for you, Jeff. Sorry. Well, there you go. If you want a t-shirt, email Jeff. He's got his email there. We cultivate corn with the Oliver 1655 with a 4-row cultivator and a Farmall M with a 4-row cultivator off of 450. Nice. I'd like to. One of the channel viewers has got 2 Farmall H's that I'm going to be buying from him in the springtime sometime, and one's a 39, one's a 40. And I'm hoping that my idea was to get a set of cultivators, put that on the 40 because it's probably the closest to getting running, and then the 39 is going to be a restoration project. Tractor Hyatt's in. Hi Connor, how have you been doing, buddy? Not too bad here. How's Tractor Hyatt doing? How's the weather in Florida? We'd like a little bit of it up here in the tundra. Dave says, Hyatt, the RC looks good. Gene says, Jeff, I'll send an email after the live. Super A is my favorite cultivating tractor. I would like to. The Super A would be fun to cultivate with, but we kind of have that plow sort of permanently mounted on that thing, so I'm not going to bother pulling that off. Florida is sunny and 80 this afternoon. Oh, that sounds so nice. I wonder what it is here now. We've gone from 42 earlier in the stream here down to 30. It's 74 degrees. I gotta go open up the shop door. It's a little bit too hot in here. Tommy says, Scott, I got a Super A. This past summer, I cut up about 6 IH cultivators. No! Tractor Hyatt says, thanks, Dave. Yes, my RC is coming along nicely. They were popular here in Kentucky, especially tobacco farmers. I thought about, kind of wanted to have a Cub for a cultivating tractor, but the only issue with the Cubs are you can't cultivate for very long with them. I had found a high crop one at high crop Cub at one point in time on Facebook Marketplace, but I had never pulled the trigger on it. Evan says I showed them to Rick. Well, Rick probably didn't know me at the time. Or we weren't farming together at the time, maybe. I don't know. Logan says, I'm going to go dive into the place known as the Wisconsin Historical Society's McCormick International Collection to see if I can find the model number of the cultivators for an H/M. I think there was a couple different ones, actually. Because you had the style that turned, you had the style that were stationary. And I want to say there was one more after that. I want to say one of the sets was HM 150 or something like that. That rings a bell for someone. Tommy wants to know if Craig Resnick ever got a hold of Tractor Hyatt. I'd passed the message you told me to send to Tractor Hyatt there, Tom. I sent that to him. We just sold the 414 case plow last weekend for $450. If anybody knows of some International Harvester 4-row corn planters that aren't a cyclo, I want the chain drive or whatever you want to call them, 456. If you know of any of them planters, I'd be interested in one that's around the area. I'm not driving 5 hours for a corn planter, but I'm looking for one. Owen's in, just getting in after a 45-minute call. They've got 6 IH full-line catalogs, all of them well over 600 pages. They're from 1920, 1923, 1927, 1935, 1940, and 1949. Nice. Tractor Hyatt says, yeah, I ran into Craig during Kenny's last tractor talk. He was just checking in on me to see how I was doing. One says, hey guys, probably give you a wrench. I think you're a good person. Where's the, there we are. There, you got a blue wrench. Who else? Somebody else didn't have a blue wrench, but I didn't think they're on here commenting anymore. Besides Kyle. Kyle's off pouting in the corner. I don't see him. Scott says, Tom, we plowed tobacco with horses when the Super A come along. We thought we were in heaven. Tractor Hyatt wants to know if I'm in the same garage / shed as the new studio apartment. I am not. This is the shop, so to speak. It's the old horse barn. This is the smaller of the two buildings. The pole shed is where the apartment is being built, and that one is not heated. Doesn't have any heat up in it at the moment, and no Wi-Fi or anything like that. So I'm down in the shop. Chef Time with Dave says, Scott sounds familiar. Maybe that's where Brian Block, BC Block 2 on YouTube is from. Evan wants to know if anyone needs a 414 Allis-Chalmers plow. Tom May says, hi, glad to hear. He was worried about you. Connor also helped me to try and get you two in touch. Owen says, 82 here in Florida today. Evan, I don't think my WD-45 can handle it. I don't know what a WD-45 was rated for, but I'm assuming it wasn't rated for 4 bottoms. Tractor Hyatt would like to know where in Florida Owen is. Gene says, I was thinking about getting a different 311 plow than what I have. Not sure. Jeff would like to know if Scott sees many John Deere 320s or 420s in the Kentucky tobacco fields. Owen says Port Orange, Florida, near Daytona. Evan says, Dave, there's a snap coupler mount and a semi-mounted one. Logan says there was the HM221, the HM210, the HM229, which were all 2-row, and then the M420, which was a 4-row only for the M. All right. Tractor Hyatt says, Owen, I am not too far from you in Tallahassee. Evan says, and a 3-bottom Ford plow. Them Ford plows must be kind of few and far between. Besides the ones that were probably for the 8N, 9N, 2N, things like that. Ryan says, I think the earliest 39 I've seen was in the 1600s. I don't know what serial number the 39 that I'm going to be buying is. I might have it on my, I don't remember if he took a picture or not. WD-45 is rated for a 4-bottom plow. I'll be damned. Wow, huh. I did not know that. Depends on the soil, I guess. I have seen video of Allis-Chalmers CA pulling 314s. Huh. Interesting. Logan says Ford and Case plows in the 70s were made by White Farm Equipment, I'm pretty sure. Tractor Hyatt says, can we all do a name and location shout out? He says, I'll start. Hyatt in Tallahassee, North Florida. Dave says, y'all already seen my plowing area. It ain't big. Gene says, that's a lot of plow for a CA. Dave says, Midwestern Ohio. Tom A says, Tom and Percy. I'm going to butcher a lot of these. Ashepin, Wisconsin from Gene. Lee Harris says Minnesota. Rex says northern Minnesota. Jeff is from southwest of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Lee Farms is from west central Iowa. Logan's from VFE, Wisconsin. Steve Max, west of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. You're up there with Nathan. Tara says Scott and Tara from Shelbyville, Kentucky. Ryan's from the Mankato area in Minnesota. Cody's 1.5 hours south of Rick. Evan says the snap coupler plow has sod board on it. You know, the slated ones. Tractor Hyatt wants to know if Tom's enjoying being back in Michigan. All right, we're almost hitting 8 o'clock here. I think we're going to just look through this catalog. McCormick Deering made a 5-bottom plow in 1940, probably for the like the WD9. I think the WD9 was around in 1940. Tom A says Hyatt, yes, no place like home. Crazy Dave's in. How's Dave doing? I seen you posted a video short. I gotta watch it. Tractor Hyatt says, Connor, do you have any plans to add to your tractor collection? Well, besides the 2 Farmall H's that are coming in the spring, I would like to add an 806 to the collection at some point. Of course, still looking for a Super MTA diesel. I don't know what else. Crazy Dave says, been busy, a lot of stuff going on. Well, sometimes busy is good. Keeps you moving. Logan says it was known as the Little Genius number 10 plow, so like a big brother to the number 8 Little Genius. All right. Dave says BC Block 2 is from, I'm not even going to try pronouncing that. And Steve Summers is around Frankfort, Kentucky. I've met both. Really good guys and enjoy their videos. We'll go for maybe a couple more minutes and then I'm going to head out for the night. Somebody earlier on here said that Mr. Kenny Kizzle is doing a live stream, so after this one is done, you guys can head over there. I don't know when that's. I think they said 9 o'clock that's starting, 9 p.m. our time, so in an hour. Logan says, okay, time to get my lazy ass up. Probably going to go uncover my 1555 for its slumber. Tractor Riot wants to know, where is Bork this evening? He is working at the pub. That's why we're doing the live stream. When Rick works the pub, I'll do my live stream, so that kind of keeps the once a month thing going. Evan says, gotta go. See y'all later. Thanks for stopping in, Evan. Cody wants to know if Crazy Dave ever found a landslide for the Oliver plow. Scott says those two places are just down the road. He bought all his cow feed from that town. Logan says, yep, Kenny's going live at 9 p.m. So, yep, after in an hour, you guys can all head over to Kenny's channel and you can check out his live stream. I don't know if I'll be on there or not, but if I am, I am. Not, I'm not. He says, thanks for the stream, Connor. Have a good night, everybody. Yeah, we're going to take off. So, it's 8 o'clock. I want to go up, have a pizza at the pub, I'll probably do a cheese wheel, but whatever. Don't make any difference to you guys. Dave says, I haven't been to Montrose for plow parts, but I didn't forget. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for coming. And I guess we'll see you all next month on the live stream. Stay tuned for the video coming this week, Wednesday. Of course, as always, Wednesday, 7 p.m. will be the premiere. So, have a good night, everyone. Take care.